Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm going to make some little gift tags, kind of unusual. I created this digital of like kind of the base for an elf license. And I'm going to take the pictures I have of people I'm giving gifts to, and I'm gonna create little elf licenses, and that's gonna be their tag. The digital is on my coffee shop, the Buy Me a Coffee shop. Anyways, the link will be down below. It's free. They're not perfect. They're just for fun. If you want to do it, it's there for you for free. So anyway, yeah, so I was going for driver's license size, and I used Canva, and I didn't quite get them the right size. I am no expert. So I decided what I would do is mat them to make them a little bit bigger because they are a little small. But yeah, I really like how they turn out. And I'm just using vintage photo to ink around the edges just before I do anything. And I'm going to add a little stamping of my own just to add a little bit more interest, more color, because I just did these in black and white. I do have Santa Claus's signature in red on there. They're kind of light on my print because I was running out of colored ink. So if you pull them off, you might get a little brighter color in the signature. Anyway, so I have, it looks like a poinsettia, so I'm going to take a fired brick. It's the closest I have to a red color, and stamp it. This one I stamped before I put the photo down, and then I decided that I wanted something to overlap onto the photo. I don't know, it just adds a little something to it, right? How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for Christmas? Do you need tags? Or maybe you have a Christmas, you're doing the December daily or something, and you have a Christmas journal you want to put a little something in. It could work as ephemera for a Christmas journal. You could make it your own little elf license. I do one for myself. It's kind of my tester for things. I do it and then if I like it, then I'll do it to the rest. So it'll be on here. It might even be the thumbnail that you saw, because the other photos I don't have permission. Now, my nephew Jaden, whose face you can see right there, he has his own YouTube channel, or he did at one time, so I think he would be okay with it. The other people, I'm not so sure, and I'm really sorry. I'm like, oh, I'm so bad. I need to put a piece of tape on my table and say, you cannot work below this line. Because I do tend to bring everything towards me to work on. And I have this office chair that I use, and I swear I don't notice, but it ends up being really, really short. And I'm at my shortest point right now. I'm like reaching up to the table to work. Before I do my next project, I will raise my chair back up. It's not like a hydraulic, so it's actually twisty. So I don't know how it works its way down, but it works its way down, and I have to wind it, sit and wind it to get it back up to its full height. Anyway, or to as tall as I can stand it. So I decided to glue all their faces on, and then I'll stamp the poinsettia design afterwards and kind of overlap it onto the photo just a little bit. I mean, I don't want to cross their face or anything, but just creating a little bit of, I guess, depth, right? The overlapping. That's another nephew. We were at dinner on Saturday for my sister's birthday, And so they were all there, so I just took pictures of them around the table. Some pictures are better than others. A couple people weren't there, so they got, I stole their photo off of Facebook. They won't mind. See here, I'm just slightly overlapping it. That one was mine. I wanted to see if it looked okay that way. And then I just decided to go for it. I do, at one point, I have someone here whose face is angled the other direction, and it made me think I wanted the poinsettia on the opposite side. And then I switched the position of where the poinsettia is. Like this one, it's over the words active Christmas duty, but then I move it to this blank area. Yeah, I decide, well, I probably should have been doing that all along. So now I've moved it. All right. So once they're done with that, I'm going to glue them on to some backers. I have just some red and green. It's kind of a bright green cardstock that I'm going to glue them on. And I'm using Aleene's tacky glue stick. I would not recommend. I was excited. I mean, it's Aleene's, right? And I like their glue. But it's soft, and maybe it's where I live. Well, it's cold here, so I don't think that's it. It's soft going on, but it doesn't hold a stick. So I do end up laminating mine in the end. You'll see a picture of one laminated. So I wasn't too worried about it being a permanent stick with this glue. But if you're going to, I did use a little heavier copy paper where I printed it. And so I could have used, some regular glue to glue them down. But I just went ahead and used Aleene's because I knew I was going to laminate them. And if you have a laminator, it's fun. It's like a permanent license to be an elf, right? All right, so I did all that, and I put them under weight. And now I'm going to round the corners. So I just grabbed my corner rounder. And I didn't think about this in the right order, but I do round all the corners first. And hopefully, well, my family members don't watch, so they probably won't even see that their image was on YouTube. Is that bad? You don't know them. It'll be fine. All right. So once I got the corners done on all those, I'm like, oh yes, I want to put something on the back because the back is boring. So, but before I do that, I'm going to add one more layer. That's right. I have a cancellation stamp that has December on it. I think it says December 26th. So I decided that would make another layer on my elf license. And of course, I'm pulling out mine so that I can give it a test drive. Make sure it doesn't look too bad. I could push a little bit harder because where that paper meets the edge, that one was better. And of course, I'm clear down there at the bottom of the screen again. I apologize. I don't know. All right, so now I've got all that done. I think I start to ink it again, and then I'm like, wait, I want to put backer on it. I might as well ink it after I put some back on it. And I'm not doing too grungy, just a little bit of ink. That's me remembering. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I had started to make these are some gel prints, and I had started to do some doodles on them. I was going to make Christmas ornaments and make like a garland out of little Christmas baubles, but I didn't end up, I knew I didn't have enough and it was taking way too long. So I decided I'm going to use some of this on the back of my elf license. So it'll have like a colorful Christmassy back to it. And so I use, and this is just scrap gel print paper. I just pulled any red and green I had and started doodling on it to make decorations. So that's where those came from. And again, I'm using the Aliens Tacky, and I'm going to have to buy me some more Yoo-Hoo. That one I think is my favorite, the Yoo-Hoo glue stick, because I think it just holds better. I'm just going to glue them. And it does take 2 pages, so I do one that's a base of green, which is this one, which I really like this background. And then another one that's red that I'm not as happy with, but after I laminated it, it seemed a lot brighter. I did put these under a book after I get them all glued on here and let them dry so that they would be as flat as possible. I knew I was putting them through the laminator, which would probably flatten them, but I just wanted them to be flat. So, yeah. And I'm just pressing it down on that side just to make sure I've got a good connection. I don't want to rub on the front. As it is, I get a smeary gluey fingerprint on one of them. I end up adding an extra stamp to that one to cover that up. But I'm trying to be neat and tidy, but when I mess with a glue stick, I always get glue on my fingers. I don't know about the rest of you. See, that was the other background. So now I'm just going to cut them out. This is kind of the best way to do, to glue. Instead of trying to match up edges, just to glue the whole thing down and then cut with scissors around the edges. That is the best way to do it. And that's what I did. I just go around and trim them all. And I think my SD card was running out of memory because it stops before I get to the end. But there we go. A little bouncy there, but there we go. So now I've got them all. And, oh, I decided I inked them. I don't think I have you watch me ink them. But I have a stamp that says MS. So that's my initials. I thought I would stamp on it to leave my mark. Sort of a signature, right? I did it in the brown, but I didn't feel like it was showing up, so I'm looking for a dark color. And I have like this dark blue. So I was thinking that one would show up. The backgrounds are very busy. I don't have black in the VersaFine Clair, which is my juiciest stamp, so it's the one that's going to show up the most. So it's there. It's subtle. You can hardly see it, but at least I know it's there, right? It does take a little while for that to dry because it's on paint, so it did take a bit for those to dry. So don't stack them on top of each other until they're dry. I'm looking for mine. And that's it. That is the elf license. Like I said, the link to the digital free, if you would like it, not perfect, like I said, is in the description box. If you want to get it, you can do that over there on Buy Me a Coffee shop. Oh, and yeah, there's the picture. Here it is. And I have another one where I've laminated it and put it on a package that's coming up here in a second of one of my nephews. Anyways, I hope you liked that video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your comments. And if I don't talk to you before the end of December, I hope you have a Merry Christmas.